a big part of my struggle throughout my 20s and even through a lot of my 30s as well was everything looking so good on the outside, but it was not connected to a solid foundation. And a big part of my growth and a big part of the journey that's helped me to get to where I am now is really looking at the foundation that everything in my life is built upon. Because if you listen, I mean, if you have a life, like say this is your foundation here, if there are cracks of low self-esteem or low self-worth or like any form of self-sabotage, and for me, no connection to a higher power, you know, if there are cracks like that in the foundation, anything you build on top of that will crumble. And so for me, my foundation, the foundation that all of my dreams were built upon, all of the work, all of the, you know, being an opera student in school when I, you know, and pursuing my dreams in New York, the foundation that all of that was built upon had cracks in it. And so, and it turned out that the more success I had and the more expectations I had for then advancing more, getting into television and film, getting bigger roles, all of that actually put more pressure on the foundation, and it crumbled.
How did it crumble?
It did.
Can you explain how it crumbled?
Yeah, well, the crumbling of my foundation happened after 9/11. I actually, so at the time of 9/11, I lived in Lower Manhattan, not too far from Ground Zero. I did not have any physical scars, but I did witness the second tower collapse through my bedroom window, and of course lived in the area of, you know, Ground Zero, you know, from then on, you know, for about at least another year and a half until I moved a little bit farther more uptown. And it was incredibly traumatic. And frankly, you know, and I will be honest, you know, my drinking increased a lot. My acting out, and actually there were periods of time where I used drugs, and I really, really struggled with the trauma of going through that experience. It wasn't until several years after that, after I actually had gotten sober and I was having dinner with some friends and we were talking about our own experiences of 9/11 and, you know, what we had gone through, and I shared with them what I experienced, and one of them said, "Oh, so you're a 9/11 survivor." And it was so strange because I never had identified myself as a 9/11 survivor, but because I didn't have any physical scars and you can't see the emotional wounds, but the emotional wounds were making themselves painfully obvious in all of the areas of my life.